In battle, if you make your opponent flinch, you have already won. The essential is to think that anything you are doing has to become the occasion for slashing. You must examine this well. They say knowledge is power, so why not subscribe and start your own power plant of wisdom? The true science of martial arts means practicing them in such a way that they will be useful at any time, and to teach them in such a way that they will be useful in all things. You must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain. A bullet from a gun does not make a distinction between practice and combat. You are training to be one and the same way in your life. In strategy, it is important to see distant things as if they were close, and to take a distanced view of close things. Nobody is strong, and nobody is weak if he conceives of the body, from the head to the sole of the foot, as a unity in which a living mind circulates everywhere equally. When your opponent is hurrying recklessly, you must act contrarily and keep calm. You must not be influenced by the opponent. To become the enemy, see yourself as the enemy of the enemy. Respect Buddha and the gods without counting on their help. It may seem difficult at first, but all things are difficult at first. If you wish to control others, you must first control yourself. Truth is not what you want it to be. It is what it is, and you must bend to its power or live a lie. This is a truth. When you sacrifice your life, you must make fullest use of your weaponry. It is false not to do so, and to die with a weapon yet undrawn. If you do not control the enemy will control you. Whatever the way, the master of strategy does not appear fast. I dreamt of worldly success once. Under the sword lifted high, there is hell making you tremble, but go ahead, and you have the land of bliss. It is said the warrior's is the twofold way of pen and sword, and he should have a taste for both ways. Perceive that which cannot be seen with the eye. Guard. It is in this sense that I recommend the guard without a guard. Whatever the situation is, you hold the sword so that you can slash your opponent. In strategy, it is necessary to treat training as part of normal life with your spirit unchanging. The important thing in strategy is to suppress the enemy's useful actions, but allow his useless actions. Develop intuitive judgment and understanding for everything. Becoming the opponent means you should put yourself in an opponent's place and think from the opponent's point of view. Though you give up your life, do not give up your honor. The sword has to be more than a simple weapon. It has to be an answer to life's questions. Polish your wisdom, learn public justice, distinguish between good and evil, study the ways of different arts one by one. Do not regret what you have done. Generally speaking, the way of the warrior is resolute acceptance of death. Get beyond love and grief, exist for the good of man. Perception is strong, and sight weak, and strategy it is. 1,000 days of training to develop, 10,000 days of training to polish. You must examine all this well. No man is invincible, and therefore no man can fully understand that which would make him invincible. You should not have a favorite weapon. To become overfamiliar with one weapon is as much a fault as not knowing it sufficiently well. From one thing, know 10,000 things. You win battles with the timing in the void born of the timing of cunning, by knowing the enemy's timing, and thus using a timing which the enemy does not expect. Perception is strong, and sight weak. In strategy, it is important to see distant things as if they were close, and to take a distanced view of close things. If you are not progressing along the true way, a slight twist in the mind can become a major twist. This must be pondered well. The ultimate aim of martial arts is not having to use them. All men are the same, except for their belief in their own selves, regardless of what others may think of them. You can only fight the way you practice. It is difficult to realize the true way just through sword fencing. Know the smallest things and the biggest things, the shallowest things and the deepest things. There is even rhythm in being empty. Know your enemy, know his sword. Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. Become acquainted with every art. When in a fight to the death, one wants to employ all one's weapons to the utmost. I must say that to die with one's sword still sheathed is most regrettable. Immature strategy is the cause of grief. You may abandon your own body, but you must preserve your honor. Do not let yourself be guided by the feeling of lust or love. Observe their attacking order and go to meet first those who attack first. A man cannot understand the art he is studying if he only looks for the end result without taking the time to delve deeply into the reasoning of the study. When you attack the enemy, your spirit must go to the extent of pulling the stakes out of a wall and using them as spears and halberds. If you know the way broadly, you will see it in everything. When you decide to attack, keep calm and dash in quickly, forestalling the enemy attack with a feeling of constantly crushing the enemy from first to last. Today is victory over yourself of yesterday. Tomorrow is your victory over lesser men. Step by step, walk the 1,000-mile road. You win battles by knowing the enemy's timing and using a timing which the enemy does not expect. Do nothing that is of no use. Never stray from the way. The only reason a warrior is alive is to fight, and the only reason a warrior fights is to win. It is difficult to understand the universe if you only study one planet. Subscribing to this channel is like winning a lifetime supply of brain candy. Click now and let the feast of wisdom begin.